Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back to another episode of the Red Galaxy in Aurora. And in previous episode, we found out some aliens. Now, we don't know much about them yet, and they're not yet hostile. We don't have a diplomatic module to send to actually communicate with them. But we'll get one. It's in the production queue. It will take some time for actually to get there. Once we get the commercial... Oh, right, that reminds me. Did we get the... Sakura Mark II ancient position where we could actually start producing them? I think so. The missiles are again a bit of a weak spot for it, but it should be alright. So let's go ahead and start retooling the shipyard that we have for them. Retool for the Sakura Mark II. It's going to take until July. So it's going to take a while, but it's not too bad, I don't think. And then this one... Oh, right, we should actually produce another... another task, quite frankly. So we'll create that task. It's only going to take until... Oh, it's actually going to take more than a year. Never mind then. So much for the only in that sentence. But yeah, we'll keep on going. We did... Oh. Okay. We detected a new alien race in... not that one. In Magadan, as I expected. Let's have a look. So what did happen there? Energy weapon impacts. So I reckon it was probably hostiles on top of that, or on the surface of that planet, and it was the... Oh yeah. So I think we found the new spoiler race. Okay. Yeah, 20 energy weapon impact, strength 24, my goodness. Now do we know what sort of energy weapons that was? Not really, I don't think. Yeah, it's STOs. This is for 100 tons. 24 damage per hit. I think that kind of sounds like some massive carronades. It's basically 2 hits and it exploded. No, actually no, there's quite a few more. Oh no, there's 1 penetrating hit there. Oh, it was in point blank range. Well, yeah, so it was the STOs in the planet. We started exploring. Okay, so we need to get a replacement exploration ship, quite frankly. So, that's a bit of an unexpected here. Right. How about we start producing a new ship here then to the shipyard fleet. Create a task for that. Is there anything else? Like, no, not really. We'll lose track of that rather soon, I guess. Oh, the life pods are on there, while the wreck is actually circling. Okay, that's interesting. But we won't be able to reach the life pods anyway. It's way too far away. Failure imminent. There we go, there goes the life pods. So we lost a captain there, or officer there. Shame, he was probably rather experienced after all the work that he'd done here. So we know that that is hostile. Now we've got 2 options. We can either try to destroy the STOs and all the ground units with our own missiles and also similar, or we can try to do a landing, but doing a contested landing is going to be very dangerous. We won't be able to unload the troops quick enough, so we need to have the drop pods, quite frankly. And that's going to be its own challenge. Right, well, now we found 2 different aliens. We haven't actually communicated with either one of them, although we know that one of them probably doesn't like us. But they didn't have any ships in there, so yeah, they're basically the new spoiler race. Rakshas, I believe, is what they are called. Well, so how about we, miscellaneous, no, actually, is it this, not display, overview. Controlling race is that alien. Seems to have the same flag for some reason, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. Okay, so to the north, or the galactic north in here, we are a bit limited. I mean, technically we can go to Magadan, just not go to the planet itself, and we should be alright. So we'll see about that later. Right, so let's keep on going, shall we? Still having the mineral shortages, of course. Commander promoted. Some retirements, of course. Oh, factory restored. Oh! 25 centimeter capacitor of high-fire ultraviolet laser on proud of. Ooh. Okay, let's have a look at that. So stockpiles, yeah, we got a laser over there. If we disassemble in... I'm not actually sure if they switched that from the VB6 so that you need to do the disassembling in the same place where you're doing your research or not. On the other hand, Pravda is supposed to be the one where we are researching the energy weapons anyway, so I suppose we could start disassembling it here. Let's have a look, what do we actually get from that? It didn't list anything. Is there a refresh button? Okay, we did learn data from that. 30 research points for 25 cm laser focal size. 15 research points for 4 ultraviolet laser, and 200 research points for capacitor recharge rate 5. Okay. I don't think any of those are things that we are actually capable of researching right now. Oh, there's... Oh, we gave to the focal... Okay, so yeah, that makes more sense. So let's have a look at the capacitor recharge rate here. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer. It's still pretty far away, and we're not really doing any of the research either. I suppose if we had the geosurvey missiles, we could actually survey that planet with a missile, because I don't think they'd be spotting it. Not easily, anyway. And if they really are using something like... actually, 24 points per hit. I don't remember if that's a Caronate caliber or not, or if it's just some big laser or something like that. Hard to tell, but it was single shots, as far as I could tell. So that kind of rules out railguns. It would have to be bloody massive railgun to do that much damage per hit anyway. Factory restored. Another construction factory in Pravda. Good. Now, did we get the population in here? Yes, we did. A tiny bit. It'll start growing there, although how much can we actually have in there? We could have up to 400,000 people. So we could actually bring in more people there. We are actually bringing more people there. There's only the first trip that has been done, although this place does need a governor. I suppose we'll just go with the population growth. Stalino, do you have a governor? You have a governor, you have a governor. You have one. I suppose I want to have production going up in here as well, if possible. So population is going to be growing there a little bit, although there's not a massive capacity for population here. Although the cap is growing. And over here we are actually above the limit a tiny bit. How much are they making infrastructure? 1 per year. It's not a lot. Let's be realistic here. They are... Okay, so they are finally starting to mine a little bit. Once they do have duranium and mercasium in here already. Interesting. Let's see, so is there anything else there? Not really. Okay, here's the thing actually. We didn't see any... Well, I suppose I did go 5-day increments, so even if we did see some thermal signatures in there, it happened too quickly. We basically got blasted as soon as we got close enough. Okay. But one thing that I'm wondering is, can we see any thermal signature in there? I suppose they mostly have just troops in there. So communicating with them is probably going to be pointless. But communicating with the NPR that we found is probably a good idea. So once we get the diplomatic container, we'll send it to their system. Offers production of commercial shipyard completed in Kazakhstan. Started getting the fuel harvesters, that's good. Let's go ahead and start upgrading this shipyard. Continual capacity upgrade to 20,000. So we can start getting the bigger tugs. Which will especially be useful for the... Actually, how massive was the fuel harvester? 14,000, that's actually not a massive one, but I believe the cargo container, this one, is rather big. So for these especially we want to use the bigger ones so we can go faster. Factory stored automated mine in... Oh, A3. So it's a small one. So we have brought in a tiny bit of population here, and now they have construction factory and a mine. Interesting. Now, to be fair, they only mine uranium and gallicite in here, so that's not a huge amount of possibilities. Let's actually have a look. Is there anything that we could build with those? Basically, anything that takes only uranium is an option. Because gallicite is not used in any of these, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, looks like we can't really build anything with that. So on the other hand, we don't really need the construction factory here then. We could take that to Stalino, I suppose. But we don't have a container available right now. Let's actually move back to Seoul though. Because we have... actually no, we don't have any here. There's the cargoes are returning. But I believe there's still some infrastructure in Kazakhstan. Yeah, there's 3 more trips for that. Then Stalino has gotten all the mines now. Oh, but you're taking mines to St. Petersburg now, aren't you? So let's have a look at how many have we got there. We've got 1 so far, so it's gonna take a while. But we'll at least be able to start accumulating some minerals. Oh, actually, sending the factory from the A3 in New Seoul here and... well, the construction factory, and sending that to St. Petersburg would allow them to start producing a tiny bit of infrastructure in there. The tiniest of bits, but it would allow them to grow a little bit faster. Because they are at the population cap right now. On the other hand, I should probably produce more infrastructure. So that I could start taking it faster and faster elsewhere. Ooh, factory stored 5,800 maintenance supplies in Pravdov have been found, and morale has increased. That's good. Ship construction. Okay, we've got first of the oil pumps there. Do we have anything in the shipyard fleet other than... no, we got that there. Oh, they went to the battle fleet accidentally. Oh, right, and these have the... okay, they will have some fuel in there. Actually, 100,000 liters. That's not small. So we do have one over here. Does have a little bit faster speed and capacity. So let's put you into a new fleet here. Make you Oiler 1. Send you in there. And I suppose I could go in and take the tractor specific ship. Add move, and then we need to go to the B7 and release tractor ships. And then move back to Kazakhstan for the time being. That shouldn't take too long. Already heading out. Ah, we got the Geosurvey Company finally. So we need to now design the new formation. So it's probably going to be Geosurvey Battalion then. Is there actually... hold on. Construction is just con, so Geo works fairly well for this. So it needs to have a battalion headquarters on. Technically it doesn't even need to have the headquarters, but I like to have them there. Right, then we got the Geosurvey Company. We're going to have up to 3 there. That's going to give 0.6 Geo points. Not the worst, I guess. Right, so we still have a fair bit of extra room there. I suppose I could put in some infantry there, for example. Like 10 squads. You know, need to be able to defend against any potential hostiles. Then maybe get MG squad there. 1 should be good enough. And then we have another 24 points remaining. Actually, I wonder, so the AT team would be 16. And that'll leave it 8 points. Well, we don't have anything with 8 points. How about we just put in another edit amount to 3 of these, so we have exactly 750. And, you know, infantry MGs, that should be good enough for protecting against smaller enemies, but that's just small security units, not really massive amounts anyway. So now we need to produce some of those so we can transport them around. You know what, I will make a Geosurvey Battalion. We'll do 2 of those and we'll get a regiment headquarters. So we'll have Geosurvey Regiment, basically. And then we're going to move that around to places. That should be alright. And now we start on the core headquarters. And after that we are going to get the boarding capability for our troops. Still having, of course, a mineral shortage. Euler has completed orders. So you are over there right now. I believe you are going to be... Actually, can we see the actual ship overview? I mean, I suppose you haven't produced anything yet. Oh no, you have produced a ton of it. Because you start at 100,000 fuel. Now you got an extra 1,800 liters. Okay. It's not too bad. I suppose I might want to rename this fleet though, so we'll rename this to... Solar Fuel. Could even call it Solar Fuel, I suppose, but yeah, let's go with Solar Fuel. That actually needs to be under the industry though. There we go. So the Euler is currently sitting in Kazakhstan. There's nothing really much for it to do, quite frankly, so it can stay there for the time being. And we've got these 2. The grade bonus is actually increasing slightly, and the training bonus. That's good. But we only got 2 destroyers. These are not capable of defeating pretty much any enemies. Not right now, anyway. I reckon. I mean, did we get the fuel efficiency yet? No, it's going to take a while still. This year we should be getting the magazine neutralization system soon though. After that it's going to be quite a bit for the next research. Other than me, well no, that's also going to be a long while. Okay, never mind then. Something that we should probably do is increase our research facility numbers. We only got 15 so far. I'm kind of banking on trying to get some research facilities from Pravda ruins, but that remains to be seen if it will happen or not. Let's actually refresh the page a little bit so we... Well, we know the wreck in Magadan because that's our wreck. There's rune outposts. Oh right, yeah, the thing in Brezhnev is still dormant. I kind of wonder what sort of research bonus it's going to give. I suppose we'll find out eventually. Okay, should be unmodified for the Zagrat Mark II, so we'll start producing... Actually, I'm going to refit both of the old ones. Not Zamas. Zagrats to... Okay, so that's 600 per ship. It's quite big. But I will do it. Both of them will be doing it at the same time. We are losing a fair bit of money right now. Because we're doing a lot of maintenance supplies, shipbuilding, research, ordnance production, ground unit training and maintenance. Then shipyard modifications is also rather expensive. So I think we may need to... How many financial centers do we have here? We have a 125. We'll put another 25 financial centers in here. We'll actually go for 40%. Or 45%. In the infrastructure, we'll build another 1,000 or so at 10%. And then we can put something like the research facilities, for example, at 45% again. Build another 5 of them. Create that. And then I suppose we could build more construction factories as well. Another 50 or so. Right, so that's keeping the production busy for a while. Once we get through these containers that we're currently building, well... Ooh, right, the construction factories are not going to take all that long. It's going to be done in March. Okay, it's actually better part of a year. Oh, did we get... No, we didn't quite get the next container there. So it's been assigned to the space station. That works for me. So you go to there. Let's take the space station. Structure any ship there, and then release structure ships. Could even... Oh, right. You don't have the fuel container yet, so it doesn't matter. We will get that once we're done, though, so we'll send you back to Kazakhstan after that. Shouldn't take too long. Factory restored. Another mine. Good. There we go, and that has been completed again. Let's go forward a couple of days. Formation trained, we got the Geosurvey Battalion in Kazakhstan, so let's actually have a look. Again, because I've forgotten, where were we going to do the surveys? I believe it was the A5 and B1 here in our home system, and then neither one of those had any. Brezhnev, I believe Brezhnev A1 has minimal chance of these that we've set up. Ooh, Irkutsk has a good chance over there. And Sverdlovsk has a good one over there. I'm pretty sure that we may have missed some of the places. Like, I haven't set up all the colonies, but these are like the beginning, or the colonies to get started anyway. Research completed. We got the magazine neutralization system. Research started. Okay, let's see. Factory restored. Low gravity infrastructure in A3. Oh. But do they need... I'm pretty sure that they do not need the low gravity there. Nope. So we can transfer that elsewhere. Actually, is there something over here that we are going to be using? Not habitable, because that's probably too high gravity, isn't it? Yep. And you are not low gravity. You're not low gravity, you're not low gravity. Okay, so I don't actually have a lot of low gravity in here. I'm sure that there are places where we... Ooh, actually, this is one of the places. Not massive population capacity, but for low gravity, not too bad. Has some decent minerals in there. Or decent accessibilities, anyway. And Volvograd, you use regular ones as well. That's not habitable. High pressure and high gravity. President A2, you got regular gravity. Just going through these real quick. There's actually not that many places that... Is that low gravity? No. This one is. What do you have in there then? Okay, you got some minerals. Okay, so for the most part, the low gravity infrastructure is not really required right now. But hey, it's a good to have found that. We don't need to produce it ourselves then, once we do need them. Okay, we got another oil pump. So that the oiler transported over to the gas giant. So space station, structure any ship in fleet, Release track ships, and then move back. That should be alright. Looks like we are out of time for this episode, so again, between the episodes, I'll probably do a bit of a time skip, so we're going to get into something maybe a bit more interesting at the start of the episode. I mean, I can't really complain about the fact that one of our... Oh, I can complain, but not about the excitement of having one of our ships being destroyed by a spoiler race. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.